Hello and welcome to episode 32 of Rigor Mortis Paranormal. Tonight's episode includes a ghost enters the men's room, kicked by a religious ghost for smoking weed and disrespecting Jesus, and more alcohol-induced stories. I am David, this is Robert, Jasmine, Ian, Kory, and Jacob.
Hello.
Hey. We are back to our regular
drunk selves.
Maybe we should say who Jacob is.
Yeah, it's like it gets longer and longer each time.
This is Jacob. Did you say hello?
He farts when he gets nervous.
So Jacob is Robert's son, my nephew, Ian's cousin, Jasmine's brother, and Kory's brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law.
Yeah, there we go. So that's Jacob in a nutshell.
We hate him.
That's all you need to know about him.
And he doesn't know how to mop. Let's just say.
Well, we have, he's actually hopefully going to tell us a good story today, man. That's what we're hoping.
Better be. Yep. Better be good.
What was it on, Jacob? It was, we said it was duendes or something, or else. I think that's what, and actually, it was, his girlfriend who told him the story. We're hoping to have her on. We still might get her on. We're probably...
She's a little shy.
Or shy girl.
You know what? We knew this guy, and that's what his name was, man. I apologize. I'm not. Yeah,
Shy guy.
Not shy girl, man. Awesome fella. He was cool, man. But yeah, you remember that?
Did he get like chiflao when you would like talk to him?
Yeah, you talk to him and he would blush. You know, he would get his conscience would turn red and he would look down with a big smile. Like girl, yeah, like shy girl.
6'7", fucking 200 pounds.
No, he wasn't that big. He was like. But that's why I just brought that up. I'm sorry, man. He's on the gays again. I gotta leave that alone, man. But anyway, yeah. Awesome story, man.
Changing the subject real quick.
Yeah, stop. Yeah, I gotta edit that out. That's edited. Yeah. When you said what did you say, la shy girl or something like that?
Shy guy.
La shy guy. It is la shy girl.
She called his baby mama a guy at first, but
we even had this fat guy that we knew.
What were you saying?
we're on different subjects.
There was the two brothers when we were growing up, and I think we would call them the Tubbs, man, and that wasn't the name, but they were. There were two brothers, man, and they were huge guys, man. But they would roll with no shirts on, right? Sometimes I don't know how they could pull that off. They weren't the first band that I was ever in, and like sometimes we'd have to switch off guitars because my guitar wasn't as good as his, but I played better than him, of course. But so he would give me his guitar, and no, I'm not lying, it smelled bad, dude. It was sweaty, it was wet, and then I had to adjust the. Yeah, it stunk bad, dude. It smelled bad too, man, and like you know, like his shirt would be drying because it was all sweaty, and it had like the salt stains, but under his tits, like the smiles under the tits, it was just white, the salt. But
why wear a dark shirt?
Yeah. So I tried to play that solo real quick or whatever it was because it smelled bad, dude, and it didn't help. Once I took.
Get your own guitar strap.
I had my guitar strap. Yeah, I should have, right? I never thought about that. He was always bitching, hey, how come you don't loosen it all the way down? I said, dude, it'd be down to my knees, man. But back then, now it'd probably fit perfect.
It's cool, man. Let me use my belt.
No, but dude, the dude would roll with no shirt, man, and we used to call him the sad eyes, man. What am I talking about? I'm sorry, guys. We got more important things to do.
Tell about calling them Tub Brothers. They look like those guys that used to ride the motorcycles.
The two twins, the fattest twins, the checker pants way back. The world's fattest twins, man. And they had the rowdy cowboy hats, the Bum Phillips cowboy hats. Yeah, man, that was awesome, man. And they had these little ass bikes, man, but with big tires. I don't know what they did. I'm sorry, guys. We got off there, man.
Left field, man. Sorry, guys.
But we got another call in. I think that was the bathroom one. Then we got another one about that was really awesome. The religious one that was kicked by
kicked by a religious ghost for smoking weed and disrespecting Jesus. That's the title.
That was the whole title. That was a good one, man. But that's actually the awesome one.
That's actually the whole story, pretty much.
I think we just told it. Yeah.
The whole story.
I do have a work story if y'all want to hear.
Oh yeah, let's hear that, man. You always got some fantastic work stories.
Of course you want to hear it.
Okay, well, this happened at work, man, and I really felt bad, but the guy kind of pissed me off too. I was at work, guy got a gift certificate. He got like a $30 Wingstop, bro. I mean, come on, man.
Nice.
$30? Yeah, you can get like 5-piece wings.
Well, yeah, it was big dude too. Cause they're always big. I know I got fat friends. I like hanging with fat friends.
They make you look skinny.
Yeah. I'm the skinny guy in there. Yeah, they always said, I wish I could look like Rob.
There, you're dumb.
Yeah, that's why. Don't go too far. But dude, I pissed him off. But it wasn't my fault, dude, because they worked my ass ragged. This was about 2 days ago. They worked my ass ragged, man, and I was actually doing outside work, man. And so I came in. I was kind of tired, man. And when I came in, I go to my cubicle, man, and I got to get on my computer, do my what's called work orders. You got to do what you did for the day. Anyway, nobody reads them, but I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, nobody does, you know. Anyway, so dude, I sit down and I feel something on there, man, and I like crunch, and I'm sitting down, and I was like, what the fuck? And when I get up, here comes the big guy. He's coming in. He's like, dude, and I was like, and I get up, dude. It's y'all, we've all been to Wingstop, so they got the yellow containers, right? But my pants all red, and I sit on this dude's fucking, I don't know what it was, like my 25 piece. And I was like, God damn! But like, I sit on it, and man, he was pissed. I mean, like he was livid. Why the fuck would you put? Why? First of all, I guess it's my fault, dude, I just sat down.
Putting it on your seat, man.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
That's a good enough reason to be upset. So
Yeah, you know, but no, I sat right in it too, man. My pants were like, dude, I had to take them off and put them under the sink and stuff.
Start your period?
No, yeah, I was like, no, because they were red, dude. They were like, ew, you know, like, what happened to you? No. I mean, I had underwear on, man. So I'm just like, but I sat in them, man, and the guy was like, what the fuck? Don't you see where you're sitting on that bitch? Why did you put them there? There's a counter here. Why do you have to put them? I just stepped out to wash my hands, and he was like, I'm like, dude, I didn't see him. I'm sorry. And he's like, dude, that was like, I just got my. He got a gift certificate, like I said, for like 30. He told me like that. He calmed down after a while. He told me it was for $30. Okay. Right, you took the head of the whatchamacallit game. Man, I'm not kidding. I take off and man, I had to wash my back of my ass, dude. And I was pissed, dude. He's like really pissed. Man, what the fuck? You need to. I was like, bitch, fuck you, man. Because I was really pissed. I was like, so I go and I'm washing who's gonna take care of my pants? You ain't gonna wash them, dude. He's like, so I go wash my pants. I'm not kidding, man. I come back, he's eating the fucking hot wings, dude. He's like, dude, I'm like, oh my god, dude. And
Jacob's like, oh, you win.
He's like, well, I'm not gonna waste that $30 because
You're scraping the sauce off your pants.
he's like, yeah, why did you wash it? Yeah, there's no more sauce on it. Man, my pants saturated that hot sauce, man.
Hold on, I got a ranch. Let me get some.
There's some weird flavors in there.
I just didn't care, man. Shit. I was like, oh my god. That's all I said. Is like, get that shit off my fucking chair, man. You don't have to eat it.
Maybe he put it on your chair because it was
He acted like he.
chair.
I hadn't been there for 8 hours. It's still warm. Yeah, they were keeping it warm. It does actually get cold right the way I said. So, except for the chair, man. It's
There's steam coming off of it.
He's like, put it on the warmer.
Now you feel bad, right? He's like, damn, now I know I put it.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, man. He let me try one of those wings. I ate it, dude. Fuck it.
Yeah, but he opened the box and he's like, well, this was a 25 feet. There's only like 15 left after you sat on them.
Digging them out of my ass, like rinsing them off.
They were all flats after that. Extra flavor. None of them were legs no more. They were all flats.
Hey, don't talk about my dad.
I didn't know they're boneless.
For the bones, but
I didn't know
dude.
they're chicken strips.
I know, but dude, that's what I'm saying, man. I just sat on the motherfucking bucket, was eating them, dude. Oh, like that's disgusting, man. But yeah, I was like, man, I know.
The same thing.
No, hell no.
That's gross. I would have done it.
You could have eaten them there. It was from your butt. You know?
I don't know, dude. I don't know about that. I know what's been there and what's coming out, man. I think not. Anyway, yeah, that's the excitement I had this week, man. But what do you say, fellas? We get the first one out the way?
Yeah.
Finally, after what?
Story.
5 minutes?
After 465 seconds, I believe. Look, it's about to come up. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Well, the first one, it's a call-in. Yeah, a ghost enters the men's room.
No glory holes needed. They're just going right in, and then they're just looking over that. I'm not gonna waste time looking through the stall. I'm looking over.
Hey, hold on,
He
I
walked
think
through that bad boy too. No.
Oh, hold on. It's a pee drinker enters the men's room.
Ooh.
No, just kidding.
Oh, I was like,
just kidding.
Enjoy, fellas.
Hey guys, this is Michael. I wanted to share my story with you guys. I started working this new job. I was probably about maybe 2 weeks into it, and I went to use the restroom one day. And usually when I use the restroom, I have no fun. Go wash my hands, handle my business. But so one time I go, I use it, and then I go to the sink to wash my hands. Now the door is right behind me, so while I'm washing my hands, all of a sudden the door opens on its own, and it has a hook. So all I hear is the hook come undone. You hear like a little clink, like clink, and then the door just opens up real nice and slow. And I'm in the middle of washing my hands, and I'm looking back like, what the hell? So I finish washing my hands. I go out. I'm trying to see, what could it have been? The wind, maybe something. And I really don't know, but it really freaked me out. And so I go and I ask my coworkers. I'm like, hey, have you ever seen anything or heard anything? And the front counter lady, she says she was there like at 6 in the morning. And while she was sitting down on the computer, she could hear big stomps from upstairs. And she was like, oh, hell no. But it turns out that the place that I work at used to be where they used to make coffins back in the days. So I'm assuming, that's probably why we hear and see things, but it really freaked me out, and I was like, wow. So every time I go use the restroom, I'm like, I'm hoping it happens again, but I haven't had anything happen since then, but yeah, I thought I'd share that with you guys. Well, I appreciate everything. Y'all have a good day, and thank you.
That was a good story.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was interesting. Yeah.
it kind of makes me not want to go to the restroom no more.
Yeah. Just don't know what's gonna happen.
I already hate using public restrooms.
You don't see those latches no more, do you?
Yeah, not really.
I keep thinking it's the hook one, but I mean, I'm pretty sure it's an industrial one where it just kind of.
Yeah, I was gonna say not to stereotype, but let me guess, South Side.
Well, speaking of,
I can see that because we used to live on the South Side, so.
Yeah, we're former Southsideans.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're trying to use the restroom all cool, and it is kind of nerve-wracking because you're trying to take a rowdy good shit, reading your list verse or whatever you're reading, yeah, checking your fantasy scores, whatever it is, man. You're trying to get into it.
Wobbling.
Yeah.
I'm in here.
But no, but seriously. Yeah, no. But you like it.
I wear different shoes every day. At work, they're doing like a whole remodel. So the first thing they get finished is the bathrooms. And before they finished them, they had nothing but porta-johns, porta-potties, and I wouldn't use those, man.
Oh, suck, man. Blue water, fuck that.
So they finally finished them, and people got so happy, right? But I think there was like a design failure on the doors or something, because the latches were like on the wrong side of the door.
Can you do me a favor? Could you lock the door for me?
I don't know what it was, man. It was weird. So, but these stalls, you can't see no one's feet underneath them. So it's like you gotta kind of push the door a little to see if anyone's in there.
Oh my god.
I had to go bad a while back. Real bad. And I always go to the last stall. It's the handicap stall.
Yeah, everybody does that.
And so I go to this stall, the door kind of looked open. So I push it, and there's this guy in there.
Oh man.
I know him. I've known him since my last job. I worked with him in my last job. He's a very large, older African American man.
He's very
large. No, I mean like he's like 6'7".
Oh, he's real big.
Good guy. But he's like the sweetest old man. Like,
girth you wouldn't believe.
But what sucks is it couldn't have been anybody else that looked like everyone else there. It was just the one guy that looked like himself.
That's pretty bad that you're saying
He looked, and we made eye contact.
Can I help you?
And I was like, oh god, dude.
He's like, my eyes are up here, fella.
Sweet Jesus, that's all I heard Kory say.
His pants were on the floor. He didn't have a shirt on.
Oh, what the fuck?
Serious, George.
Oh,
I remember seeing.
That's getting comfy right there.
I remember because they have like those bars in there where you can hang like towels on or something.
I got my pants, everything else up there, my socks.
It was so dark, man.
That's where handicapped
It was
people.
so dark.
No, I remember seeing like
You think you
dark.
blacked out or what?
I'm serious.
So it was really made it, right? So, oh my God, somebody catch me.
I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh God,
Did you say
sorry.
it was really dark down there?
For 5 years.
Everything was dark, dude. It's just
I've known you for 5 years, but I really haven't known you. Oh my God, man.
It sucks is I had to go so bad that I ended up getting
You sat on his
installed right
lap,
next to him.
scoot over.
Installed right next to him. And then we
There's no way I
finished.
can
We
leave
finished,
now.
I guess, at the same time. We're washing each other's. We're not each other's. We're washing our hands.
Oh God, no, come on.
No, but
Tell us what really happened. We're watching each other.
You know how awkward
Man,
it is?
your wife's gonna see that on
I'm
you. You
washing
better
my
get that.
hands. He's washing his. We're just no one says nothing. I leave the restroom. The tool crib's right there. I had to go to the tool crib. He's right behind me in line at the tool crib. I'm like,
Maybe
dude,
he's
this
not
guy's
your-
And that's when the rumor started.
no.
You know Joel? Damn.
It was so
Boy,
weird,
I don't know
man.
what he's doing here. He should be making porns, man.
Like the next couple, I see him every day. He's on my shift, everything, and it's. He acts like nothing happened. Like I didn't walk in.
Well, he's
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, man? I'm like,
It might be natural to him. I don't know.
Dude.
Like maybe he's
What is
comfortable
that?
with himself.
but the locks, okay. The locks
That's a
are like
healthy
these.
dumb, man.
they're
Just
like
sitting there with no
sliding-
clothes, man. Fuck it.
They're like squares,
Just
but they
wearing-
slide. But the doors are. You're supposed to. For some reason, the handicap door, you push it outward instead of push it in towards the toilet. And they put the lock the same as the rest of them. There's like a hook on the inside, and it's weird. The locks are weird.
You
They
saw
slide
his
into the-
penis. Quit trying to fucking.
No, he covered the whole toilet. I didn't see it.
With his penis, right? But you know what? That, I thought it was.
They don't make toilets like they used
I
to.
can't flush. Oh shit.
Yeah, but
But you know what? They don't make them. I don't believe I have ever seen the whole door like that. You know, just all the way down to the. To
Yeah,
the
they
ground.
don't have
That's
to do
weird.
that for guys, man. That's
There's a
actually
little
pretty
gap.
awesome. I think, man. That's
yeah,
nice.
there's a little gap, but you literally gotta lay on the floor to see the feet underneath it. I'm not gonna get on the floor.
Yeah, he opens the door. What are you
Well, how do you
doing?
know there's a little gap?
You can see the gaps under the doors. It's like half a foot.
You'll land on the floor just to see again.
That's why you got the stone next.
You know, I should have never said this story. I can't say shit with you guys. Yeah.
I'm coming in to cover up.
Look for the shadow. That's all. Just look for the shadow. But there were 3 legs.
Oh my!
Oh my.
And with that,
We just tried Mikey, sorry.
that was. Oh, but that's what I'm saying is he said that he worked at a coffin place.
Yeah, they make coffins there. Yeah.
Well, just
So
because they make coffins. I mean,
that doesn't really, there's
But
not
they're
dead
not
bodies
used
there.
coffins.
Right, exactly. But I don't know.
unless, man,
Tyrone
not
needs 2
kidding.
coffins. I'm not saying that's his name.
Extra long coffin.
Honestly, yeah, I can't make heads or tails of that because when he said it was, I'm not saying that maybe something happened there, but it is a trip too because you have the latch lock inside the door and you hear it going off like that. You're like, that would scare me. That would kind of freak me out though. So I wonder if
Well,
something
yeah,
happened.
whether it's a ghost or not, if I got a latch unlock and I'm taking a dump, I'm gonna freak out.
Yeah.
No, but it's on
Would
the
you
inside
finish it off,
too.
or would you finish?
I can't.
Did he finish it off, or did he finish?
I don't know. He made it sound like he finished,
Yeah,
but man, I would have pinched.
Yeah.
I ain't
Nobody's gonna interrupt my dump, man. Either like, that ghost got scared. Oh, well, I made a big mistake. Kind of red light.
Lock me, lock.
Like,
Yo-yoing it in.
yeah, you interrupted me, you son of a bitch. And I still gotta go, man. But that's a good story, Mikey. Thank you for that one.
Appreciate that.
Good job, good job.
All right, so
Let's see if we get to the next
yeah,
one.
let's go ahead and do that, man. I think it's about time to get to the next story. Kicked by a religious ghost for smoking weed and disrespecting Jesus and jingling a whole bunch of bells from a cat sweater.
I feel like I know the whole story already.
I think that's it.
The
I
whole
think you told the whole story.
We
Right
really
there.
don't need to read it anymore.
Okay, this next story comes from Victoria from San Antonio. Victoria writes, "Hello, this story was told to us by a family friend named Robert." That's a very, very nice name. I like that. Robert told us that when his brother Ronnie was a teenager, he would always have parties at his mom's house. Him and his buddies would drink and smoke pot and listen to music, having a good time. Smoke pot, man. Yeah, buddy. That's back in the day. Nobody says that. They
Smoke
smoking
pot,
that.
yeah, when they say pot, you know it's back then.
You know it's the old school.
Smoke a doobie.
One day, Ronnie and his friends were partying big times. Haven't heard that in a long time.
Big time.
Yeah, okay.
Really old.
One of Ronnie's friends got a good batch of pot and ice. As they were smoking, Ronnie thought it would be a good idea to put a joint into the hands of Ronnie's mom's religious, turning the page because I'm old school, statue of Jesus hanging on the wall. Oh, okay.
Cross the line, Ronnie.
Yes, he
Come
did.
on, Ronnie.
Okay.
Hold up.
You deserve whatever's coming to you.
Yes, he did, man. Ronnie and his friends started laughing, and when Ronnie stepped back to get a better look at his handiwork, he went flying backwards into the wall hard. All capitals.
Hard.
That's hard.
Hard. Exclamation.
Yes, he did. It shook the whole room. Damn, that's a kick, man.
So you didn't get paralyzed?
Yeah, no, yeah, he didn't go through the wall, man. His friends were laughing their asses off, thinking he was just too high to stand. They asked him what the hell was wrong with him. Ronnie had this scared look on his face, and he told his buddies someone or something kicked the shit out of him and sent him flying. Ronnie walked straight to the statue of Jesus and removed the joint from his hand. Oh, the boy. Okay. He told his buddies maybe they shouldn't play like that with his mom's statue. Okay. Robert told us that his house was haunted. They would hear noises when no one was around. Also, they would hear footsteps. They never experienced anything physical until Ronnie disrespected the statue of Jesus. Maybe a ghost of a past resident who was a religious person teaching Ronnie a lesson. That was the last time Ronnie was kicked. But then again, he never messed with his mother's statues after that. Dude, for real?
That was a crazy story.
I think so because,
I liked it, man.
that's
You know what?
payback.
I like the old school
That
references.
should have been a commercial. Why? You remember how they're always trying to get commercials of why smoking pot's bad?
Oh, there you go.
God, that could've
Man,
been-
there you go.
Oh,
Yeah, I that one where that girl's flat. Like, why did the
Melted?
weed make her flat? Like, really, why doesn't you? She's flat.
She had
takes
the
my
biggest
bones
boobs
away.
in the world, but after that, yeah. No,
I
but
might not agree with bad weed.
Sucks your bone marrow right away.
One weed.
This one makes you have bad decisions. Right?
It's actually called pot.
but yeah, that's how you know it's old school when they did. Not weed, there's weed, there's pot. They were smoking that pot.
Reefer
Look at
man.
that wine, had that tweed,
you have a
smoking that
mullet?
tweed.
What did they say? Hitting that pipe.
Did Robert and Ronnie have mullets? I feel like they did.
Well, I think that's old school,
No,
like
I don't
back in
think
the
so,
day,
because
like from the
house is
70s.
full of religious
artifacts,
saints,
yes.
and I think that's more of a.
My father had a mullet most of his life.
And did he have religious saints in his house? No, he didn't grow up with that.
I don't really remember seeing any kind of. Maybe your mom may have had them, maybe your grandma, but I don't remember.
My mom didn't have a mullet. My grandma did, not my mom.
I'm talking about the saints, man.
Oh, okay.
Religious artifacts.
Yeah, my mom doesn't have a fucking mullet.
She was a saint.
That's what
Oh my god.
But that's what I'm saying. Like seriously, for these days. I mean, I know you're high, and that must have been some good weed to even attempt that shit.
He's
Because
all,
I don't
"Look
think
at me,
that-
guys."
Yeah, yeah. Look at. Hey, what if I put this joint in Jesus' hand?
What could happen?
But what happened, man? That guy got 300 kicked right in the chest. He kicked his ass straight there.
It's
man. But like, hey,
That guy
Why
got a
did they
Bruce Lee
laugh at
roundhouse
him?
kick, man.
They were laughing at him like he fell down. Well,
Yeah.
he fell down pretty hard. Too. Like,
but they saw that shit too. That's what's kind of
Shook the
trip.
whole house.
But like, cause
And he got
never
up like
mentioned-
nothing.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
That's
oh,
enough, Carl. Like, why? Right? The house is shaking. That's enough.
Do you remember? Do you remember Enter the Dragon? It was Enter the Dragon when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, when he was the blind guy,
Yeah.
and he kicks that guy, and they had that big ass footprint on his chest. That's what that dude had. But
Did you say when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was a black guy?
blind.
blind?
Oh, okay.
Oh my God!
Come on now.
Because there was like a white guy named Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Come on.
No, but he had a big ass, like Bruce Lee had like all of his chest. Yeah, y'all seen it. Come on,
I seen it, I seen
but
it.
that's what happened happened to this cat, man? But like that was terrible, man. I bet anything if his mom saw that shit, he would have got it worse.
Maybe it was his mom.
Maybe his mom.
Like,
was so hot.
she came out of body to kick it.
Like she said, I no anda, güey. Here, come on here. Vámonos, cabrón. No, we should just be smoking this instead of fucking around.
This is a stupid idea.
Who you did it, but no, we never said nothing.
Either that or it was some crazy weed or something. Like
It made him fly back by himself.
The window came open.
He might just jump back on his own. He didn't realize it.
Open the window, man.
Well, we did think my friend was dead one time, and he was perfectly fine. But anyway, I'm not saying there was any pot involved.
Man, that was a crazy story though.
But that had to have been something like that. This is what I think, because like they didn't mention the haunting until the end, right? Like how they think it was a haunted house, right? And that's what I was saying is like they hear footsteps and this and that. They hear, other things, noises and stuff. Like it doesn't sound like it's too malicious until that happened.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I'm
if
saying.
it's a haunted house, I don't know why. Even after doing all these stories, I just always assume negative.
When it comes to haunted.
I don't know why.
That's true, right?
Yeah.
But
This case sounds like it may have been a good.
Well deserved, right? Like I mean, because all of us kind of did smile when he got kicked, right? They're like
that's what you get.
Stupid ass. Nobody told you to put that there, right? And like he seems to have learned his lesson, kind of.
Instantly, right?
He quit smoking. He hasn't smoked in a while.
Yeah, right. What is the other one? Hey, like,
You will make eye contact with that statue.
Yeah, I stole this Buddha from the Chinese restaurant. I'm gonna put weed on. No! Don't do that. None of them, right?
Dude, speaking of Buddha, so I mean, y'all have all seen that Buddha symbol right there, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That beautiful,
man, that's nice,
gorgeous, man.
So I went to drop right off of school, and there I see some bald dude riding a little tiny pink bike, and he had a weird backpack on and like a robe. I was like, who is this guy? You know what I mean? And he had a little pink bike, and I rode up next to him, and it looked like one of those like Shaolin monks.
Yeah, whoop your ass,
I'm
man.
serious. He looked like a monk. Like he
make fun of his
and
bike.
he was he was sitting straight up, just riding like I don't know. I just that's the whole story. I tripped out because I was like,
Didn't make fun of his bike. Right? Say, look at the girly man in the back.
Dude, it tripped me out. I was like,
don't say shit about his bike. Holding your nose.
He was on a little pink bike just riding, but you don't see that every day, man. I was like,
you don't see a monk riding a pink bike every day.
He had him on his pegs. On the back of the pegs.
Doing tricks.
Doing tricks.
That's crazy.
that was an awesome story, though.
We don't get. I don't think we've ever had anything like that.
Never had any. I don't recall anybody picking on Jesus before. In any of our
It's a
stories.
good lesson if anybody actually needs it.
If any of you are thinking about it,
If anybody's thinking about smoking pot, well, think again.
What? I've never even heard of people fucking around like that when they're smoking weed, man. I mean, most of the time somebody is like, they don't want to say it, but they eventually do. Like, hey, bro, that's not cool, man.
People that aren't religious would be like, well, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Now hold up.
I'll wake up to mom, even higher than mom.
Man.
You know what Ronnie did? What? He beat that shit up. Fuck it, man.
Doing the marks.
You don't invite him over no more.
5 Hail Marys.
he got kicked in the chest and fucking sprayed in the ass.
You're gonna say 5 Hail Marys real quick.
Especially if it was older, man. Back in the 70s, that shit just didn't fly, man. It still doesn't now,
I see
but
the
that.
way my grandma is with her saints, and I'm like, there's no way I would ever disrespect them.
Oh man.
Ever.
Could you imagine?
Don't even look at him wrong, because
God.
grandma would have a heyday on it.
Oh man.
I can't even shake my hands off after I fucking watched him because she'll freak out.
She'll hit you with a cane.
Man, putting a joint in one of her statues.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
You're pulling a joint out of her and period.
Man.
Yeah, there's no way.
Be
So say it
dead.
nicely.
I think I can whoop her ass, honestly. I can whoop her ass.
Yeah, grandma with the weed. Next thing you know, Jacob's in intensive care.
I'm in the figure 4.
Can't shove straight up his ass.
Mom, I need your walker, Mom.
Jacob can't get over it because when he was 2 years old or almost 3, I took him to the hospital to go see my grandfather. Well, I went to go see my grandfather because he was sick in the hospital. my grandfather was in the bed, and Jacob was over there.
Pushing buttons.
Yeah, he went over there pushing all the buttons. My grandfather's bed started closing. Started closing. My
So
mom.
that was the first and only time that Grandma ever spanked any of her grandkids.
Jacob in his hat, and Jacob could never get over it.
That's what I'm telling you. If I have the chance now, I'm gonna piece her ass up. Piece her ass up.
Dude, she'll wreck you,
He
dude.
almost killed my grandfather.
It's the
He was
sweetest
already in
grandma.
pain, and
If you're gonna do it though, like swipe her feet out from under her.
Oh my god.
Give it technique, man.
Dude, granny
And then I'm
power.
gonna jump on top of her and just start kicking her.
And just get hold her
Dude, no,
eyes.
I have this theory, man. Granny power. Like, the sweeter they are, the stronger they are.
he can't get
When they
over
get
it.
mad.
Yeah, you can't let it go, man. Grandma, one of these days, I'm
I
gonna
know
get
I will let
back.
go.
Jacob, she had 9 fucking kids.
Yeah, she could whoop your ass
Yeah,
again, man.
also, shit.
9 kids. I mean, nothing hurts her.
Maybe all fucked up, no teeth, the black guy. I thought I had to take her, man, but man, she just seems to be madder.
I had her for a little bit there.
You didn't get a Jake. We had
But
money
the-
on you.
Freak accident. I lost grip, and that was it. She mounted me and just started just with.
I think someone mopped the floor before I slid, man.
I slipped, but I promise you I'll piece her ass up.
No, shut up.
She had me in the tiny package.
Small package. That's honestly, that's a wrestling move. J.R. Ross would always got him in the small package, and I was like, look it up, small package, and then they show me.
They show all the moves and then they show you and Jacob.
Also, right? Other than the move, also the small package.
You mean-
it could also be.
I also know that.
He's not laughing.
She's like, man, Jacob, what the
Shouldn't
fuck?
have had the tiny package, but had the small package. That's too much credit.
No, we're talking about Jacob's small package.
We went to a small package from the dad. Heard a nice story, and it was an awesome story.
Talking about, like, while we're on the topic of religion, we went to go see Kory's brother today, and he's very religious. He teaches at
Hey, man, it's
teaches
like-
at
Catholic school. Episcopal, there you go.
Okay. Anyway, so
It is.
he
See,
teaches.
that's what happened when you drink, man. See,
I guess they lived in a different house, and he went to Haiti for a week.
He goes to Haiti every year.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And while he was in Haiti, his wife said it's fine. Like, I mean, she was okay.
They lived in a huge, like, 2-story over in, like, church or something. Big
And
old house.
well, her oldest daughter, has trouble sleeping originally, but one night that she woke up screaming, and
To the top of her lungs,
like-
she said.
yeah, she was like uncontrollable. Or they just couldn't like stop her or calm her down. Anyway, so it stopped whatever that night. She went to bed. The next morning she was like, well, hey, what happened? Why were you crying so much? And she was like, well, the little girl came in my room and she wouldn't stop messing with, like, she don't leave me alone. She comes in my room when it's dark, like when the lights are off. So till this day, like, she won't sleep with her lights off because of that. I'm
Yeah,
like, that's fucking
She's
crazy.
9 years old now.
And
She
it's
still has
consistent.
trouble.
Like, sorry, it's consistent. Like,
Is
she's
that
like, no.
still happening here too?
She said it hasn't happened, but because she doesn't sleep with her lights off.
Oh, that's weird,
Yeah.
man.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, she said like other things happened with her too, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, but I was like, man, that's crazy. And that they said that their youngest daughter had been having dreams, like, continuously about a specific man
Yeah.
with the name.
They can't remember the name because they all wanted to forget it.
But they try to, like, they were like, no, let's not talk about it. Like, it was an issue, but they were like, we're not going to talk about it. Like, just let it go.
man.
They
But
said
it
even the
was like-
babysitter like brought up the name a while later, and they're like, "Wait, she told you about it too?" Like, they're like,
yeah,
"Her
it
daughter
was
told
like
you about the man."
A dream about a guy that she kept having, and
Oh, dude. There's actually something on the net that they have like that. That there's certain people that dream the same guy, and they have a picture.
And the
of him.
picture?
I've seen
Yeah.
it.
You seen it?
Everybody's had that.
And it's like
I
a
thought about
common
that
face,
when they were
right?
telling us
Yeah.
because they just told us these stories today when we went to their house, and I was thinking about that. I was like, wait.
But that cannot be a coincidence. Come on, man. There
Yeah.
has to be something.
No, they moved.
My brother had told me that there was weird things going on in that house, and they didn't like it. They always heard.
But they're
things
big
upstairs.
believers. They're like, we believe in
Yeah.
all.
So are they're still seeing stuff even after they moved out?
No,
I don't think it's
but
much.
she
Oh,
said
okay.
that till this day she can't sleep with the light off. Like, so
Right.
I'm
That could trigger either way, though. I mean,
Yeah.
whether or not it's still whatever they were seeing, it still
So
could be
I'm thinking,
psychological,
like,
right?
what if she turns the lights off? Like, you know, like, what if she does leave the lights on?
She's in Candyland, Willy Wonka land or something. Oh, I should have turned them off years ago. Right? No, I'm making light to it, but it is like you never know, though, man.
His brother is very religious, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, no, he's a teacher at the
to
country
bless
school.
his home.
Has he done that already?
I don't know. We were talking about blessed.
I think that would probably be the first thing he thought
I
of, or
would
something
think
like
so,
that. I
too.
think so. Yeah, I don't think he would. Yeah. Or maybe even had somebody that was like, you know, like a father or something go out there. I would think that he would have probably took care of that first before, you know, yeah.
And that's good.
Or he could probably do it himself too, yeah. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, that
man.
is some crazy stuff, man. That's weird.
That's what I was telling him about. I mean, obviously, we had Riot on the podcast a while back.
Oh,
He
yeah,
said his
right.
story. But maybe about 3 weeks ago, I don't know if I said this story yet. This is fucking creepy. Like, he was like, Mom, I can't go to sleep. Like, he was like shaking. I was like, I feel so bad though. I was already asleep and I was
Man,
like, stop,
how do you
stop.
not believe kids, man? Like,
And
how would they make that up?
He was
you know?
like, there's a lady in your closet
That's
Oh,
creepy.
and she's
my god.
floating. There's a lady in your closet floating. And I'm like, Riot. And he started fucking scaring me out, but I'm like, I have to be calm. I was like, it's just my sweater. It's just my shirt. Like, and he was like, no, it's a lady. And I was like, just watch the TV. But the TV's right next to the closet. So he could see it, I guess. I don't know.
We have
but-
all our clothes hanging in there though.
Did you get up and
with
check?
lights out? It looks
No.
creepy as hell, but
Fuck no, I was scared. But
You
the
go,
next-
Ryan, shut that door.
yeah, right. Of course.
Right,
But
talk to
you
your
know what
girl.
though? That's true because, like you said, I mean, yeah, they're gonna see it before we can.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess because we're non-believers, stuff. That's creepy, man. I know I wouldn't.
I wasn't scared, but when you said there's a lady floating in your closet, I was like,
That is
Go to
trippy.
fucking-
You can't help but picture it, right? Like,
Yeah.
and then the next night I made a mistake and I was like, hey baby, but I didn't tell him anything. I said, why were you so scared last night? And he started shaking and I was like, oh shit.
Man.
All right, let's just not say that one no more.
Yeah, I stopped bringing it up to him.
Jeez.
That's creepy, man. That's happening here, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, dude.
Is that why he was scared in the room right here?
He gets scared.
He
Like
won't-
lately,
you
he's
see him
been
right now,
scared.
he's
He
like,
doesn't
"Daddy,
want
go
to
to
go.
the
He's like,
restroom."
go.
Yeah.
And
In the
he goes. He
hallway.
doesn't want to go that way.
As a kid, I was always like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was afraid of the dark. I didn't want.
I still turn the lights off and run. So.
To run back and forth. I missed it. I've been looking
And it
for
sucks
it.
because half the time Jacob will mop in here and she'll turn the lights off and run. And just,
Corey's trying to get me to tell you that I fucking fell today
She fell.
hard.
She will.
It was so fucking hard.
It's a slippery floor.
I
I
think
slipped
the-
before
the
too. Tore my
fucking-
pants. My underwear too. They were already torn, but
I think the house shook.
yeah, dude. Man, the reason is my underwear are like 7 years old.
Let's not talk about your underwear.
And like, I got like a third leg hole in them too. In the middle part, I get them confused, man. I put my foot through the leg hole in the middle. I was like, wait, that's my God. I gotta throw these away because they're the size where my leg can fit
What is this
comfortably.
all for?
And
Oh my god. No, I fell so hard earlier. I had to laugh because I was
It was
trying not to
outright?
cry.
Oh,
And I
no.
got up and I went outside and there was like tears running down my
I could
eyes.
tell she was crying or laughing.
She's like,
You're laughing so hard you're crying or
I
what?
was like, Jacob, why do you so much water?
I was like, I just used a natural amount of water. I was just laughing. I didn't know I used too
4 or
much.
5 buckets.
I got on my hands and knees and I saw like 3/4 inch water on the floor. And stuff. I was like,
So much fucking water.
Damien, they were pulling
And
him
he was
through.
like-
He was water skiing in that little ski then.
You know what? I thought I was doing this wrong.
No, but this floor does get skied. I've slipped a couple of
I
times.
felt
I'm sure
so
Mom and everybody else,
fucking
but
hard.
that shit hurt too, man.
yeah, but Jasmine can sleep on
See
dry
that
carpet.
crack on that towel right there? We got those Saltillo towels, and if y'all don't know what that are, they're like ceramic towels. I busted one of those bad boys, man. And that was a soft part of me too. Man.
Yeah, but Jazz, you were talking about being scared of the dark. It reminded me of when I was a kid, probably before I was even in elementary school. One time after watching,
He's been drinking.
no, even worse. I got
Drinking
allergies.
No, we'll blame it on that.
One time after watching an episode of Popeye. No, Popeye. Even better. Hold on. No, you're gonna see where this is going. Hold on. After watching an episode of Popeye, the family, they made spinach for me for dinner one night. ate some spinach, and I like puffed out my chest and walked everybody. No, I walked into the closet because it was super dark, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna face my fear.
Face my fear.
I walked in there and I stayed in the closet for like 10 seconds, like, yeah, I ain't scared of the dark no more.
That's what I'm talking
You
about.
walked out butt naked. You walked out butt naked. What happened? Hold up.
10 minutes. That's a long time.
No, 10 seconds. 10 seconds. But still, that's the longest I've ever been in the dark up to that point in my life.
Hey man, the dark can be scary though, man.
I'm still scared of that.
So,
You start seeing
now you
things.
eat spinach.
Yeah.
Your mind tells you
I haven't even had finished in a while.
How many times have y'all been in like those motion sensor lights when you're taking a shit somewhere
They turn off.
and they turn off on you? And you're waving your hands like a dumbass in the air and nothing's happening until some other pendejo comes in, right? Like, why are you taking a shit? That's what I said. Why are you taking a shit in the dark? Motherfucker, I'm trying, man.
You open the door, stick yo-yo and get in.
Yeah.
Walk in and out real
I was
fast.
concentrating, but the lights went out.
like
You're
it.
just reading most of the time. I'm in a good story right here.
When you get up and just fall face first because your legs are
Your
numb.
legs are
What's horrible is if you open the door and you start trying to you're trying to wave your hand, you got your pants still on, you're trying to wave to get the light, and somebody walks in.
What are you doing?
Hey, are waving back at you? Hey, how's it
You
going?
got your pants down doing jumping jacks. Come on, light, turn on.
I don't understand why they think I'm a pervert.
Last time I did shit in the dark.
Dude, I walked in
just
and
turned
he
the
was
light on
doing
my
jumping
phone
jacks, man. He didn't wipe or nothing.
Gotta get him in when I can.
And he didn't have his shirt on either.
Hot. The AC turns off too, right?
The fan running. Get the fan running.
Oh my god.
Okay.
We gotta get to the next story, guys. Come on.
We sure do.
All right, guys. My fat brother has a story.
I'm not fat. I'm pleasantly plump.
On his favorite
Not fat, I'm
colors, like
fluffy.
hands.
My favorite color is light tan.
Yeah, Jacob, you got a story, huh?
Yeah, so my fiance actually has a story, but she doesn't want to tell it because they're real Mexican. So they're Mexican. So what?
Racist.
It's kind of like
Against your
disrespectful talking about whatever they talk about. They come from a real. They believe in everything religion, and I do too. So, but anyways, so she was telling me that when she was younger, her uncles and them were having a party at his house, and he I guess they were all drinking, they were having fun and stuff. But anyways, he was taking off, and before he took off, he told everyone, he kept on asking, he asked 3 times. He said, hey, is there anybody behind me? Because I don't want to back up. You know what I mean? He's asking, everyone asked that when they're pretty buzzing. So he said, is there anybody behind me? Because I'm taking off. The tias and everybody kept on saying, no, there's nobody behind you. They didn't see nobody behind them. You know what I mean? So he ended up backing up, and when he backed up into his niece.
Oh, shoot.
She was 3 years old, and
damn.
she was a baby still. So she backed, and it's sad because I think of my son. Because my son's a
Oh, my
pretty
God,
young
yeah.
kid, you know what I mean?
It makes you think, yeah.
It's horrible, and they called a helicopter, and they called a helicopter to pick her up, and she ended up dying a little after that. Her niece used to all live behind her house because they owned a pretty big property. So they let them stay behind their house, and they
Is that
stay
the house
behind-
they live in now?
Yeah, the house they live in now.
Mm-hmm.
They still live in there right now. She was telling me one day she came to her house and she was alone because her parents were all gone. They were all out. Everybody was out except for her. She came home from school, so she went inside the house. Obviously, she said she was hearing voices. She heard voices of people that were familiar to her. You know what I mean? She didn't think nothing of it because she thought everyone was still there. And when she checked, no one was there. Not her sister, not her mom, not her dad. Nobody was there. She was there alone. So she told me that she got in a corner because she was so scared.
Dang.
That's how scared she was. She got in a corner and she was just tearing up because she was hearing voices and she was hearing people talk. And they were familiar voices to her.
Yeah.
But not a single person was there. So she was telling, she's over there scared, crying and shit because she thinks that, she's hearing voices and she don't know where it's coming from. No one's there at all.
Right.
And she said that her mom and them got there Yeah, they just saw her in the corner crying. They got there. They asked her what was wrong, and she was like, I heard y'all. You know what I mean? She heard her sister, she heard her mom, she heard all of them talking, but she wasn't, you know, she was kind of like, why am I hearing y'all, but none of y'all are here? You know what I mean? They had just got there, and she was hearing all their voices talking and this and that inside each room.
Was this close after it happened, or was it?
This was close after it happened.
Yeah.
And they say they hear stuff every now and then. They still hear stuff because they built their house. When they got their property, they had a mobile home. And they built onto it. They built it upstairs, but nobody goes upstairs. You know what I mean? They built her upstairs and nobody goes up there. But they say they hear walking and all this stuff upstairs. It's crazy, man.
And that's why they don't go upstairs, because they hear stuff.
None of them go upstairs because they hear stuff all the time. But they say they hear stuff, and they've even told me they've heard of how do you say those duendes? Duendes, yeah.
You were talking about that the other day.
The duendes. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but like they've seen that there too. You know what I mean? They said she told me that one time she was doing laundry, and she was doing laundry, and by the laundry room is right across from the restroom. And she said she was doing her laundry, and out of nowhere, she saw something run by, like run. It wasn't like, you know, I was like, because I asked her, I was like, is it a mouse? You know, what if it's a mouse? What if I got rats or something? Right. She was like, no.
Pest control.
Yeah, call pest control. No, she was telling me no.
Oh, your problem's doing this. You got plenty of them here. Infestation.
No, she told me that she saw it run. You know, it was a little body. It was crazy when she told me. I was like, oh shit, you know what I mean? She told me that she saw it run by, and when she turned around, her cousins were there, and she looked at her cousin, and her cousin was like, did you see that?
Oh, so they saw it too.
Yeah, they saw it too. So they were like, oh shit. They were like, did you see that? And she was like, yeah, I saw that too. And they were like, oh shit, you know what I mean? It's crazy, man. They see a lot of shit there, man. After her cousin died, they said that her tia, her mom, her cousin's mom, the baby's mom that got ran over, she was 3 years old. You know what I mean? So it's still a young age. The mom all the time, every night, would go outside and would bring toys. It would bring the baby's toys at the age, whatever she liked. She would always take it out and take it to the outside and just take it out there and set it down there, because the mom would say that she heard the baby crying for the toys, and that the husband was saying, you know, why are you doing that? And they were always like, well, you don't hear it? You don't hear her crying for the toy? And that they were always like, you know, what are you talking about? They thought she was crazy. They thought she was crazy for a while, because the mom was always hearing the baby cry, you know, for her toys. But she was never, you know, like she was. I don't know if it was just because she wanted to hear it.
Yeah.
No, what she swore, and then she would swear that she heard it. Like she would be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it could be.
She would be telling the husband, like, you don't hear her crying for the toys. You don't hear her crying that she wants this, that she wants that. But she had already died. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she
There
could
was no way
probably
she could have heard it.
It could have been her actually hearing it, or maybe like guilt.
But here's the crazy part. They said before she got ran over that she gave every single buddy that was at that party a hug, as if she knew that something was gonna happen. She gave everybody a hug, and my girl told me, she was like, what if that was her saying goodbye to everybody?
Yeah.
What if that was her telling everybody goodbye? Because she was 3 years old. Why would she give it? And they said that she was never like that. She would never give anybody a hug. But they said that she gave every single buddy, like her uncles and her tias, they gave them all a hug.
When Jamie was hearing the talking, was it like full conversations, or is it just indescribable, the voice?
She got home from school, and it was voices that she thought she recognized.
But could she hear the conversation?
Could she make out words and
no,
conversations?
she couldn't. She would just hear like what she thought it was. Because when she first got to her house, she thought that her mom and her sister were there. She was like, oh, they're here. But when she checked, nobody was there.
Yeah.
So what she said she did is she got in a corner and she just started bawling out.
Yeah.
But she couldn't hear the conversation. She just recognized the voices.
She recognized the voices. Yeah. So she started bawling out, and she was like, you know, like she wasn't.
And
she was still young.
Are there rooms upstairs now that they sleep
was
on?
Was she upstairs in that time?
No, she was downstairs. Oh. But there's rooms upstairs. There was still rooms upstairs.
But where did she hear the sound coming from?
She heard it coming from the room she was in. Every room she was in, she heard it coming.
Oh, that's creepy as fuck.
Yeah, she said that her sister and her mom
Should
got
put
there.
headphones on.
Yeah, I know, right? But her mom and sister got there, and they were like, what's wrong? And they were asking her what was wrong. She was like, I heard y'all. She told them, shut up. She was like, I heard y'all.
That's fucking
She was like, I heard y'all talking. I heard this, I heard that, but none of y'all were there,
Has she ever heard it since?
She hasn't heard it since, she's been living with me now. Ever since she's got with me, she's
just hearing you farting all night.
She's just hearing me queef all night. No, but
she's like, I want to go back home.
This is. I hate it here.
Man, I had a badass buzz going on, and then Jacob come and fucked it all.
Jacob's sobering thoughts.
Yeah. I know.
It's tragedy right there in itself, man. And they all got to live with that, and that's the rough part about it.
She told me that he still feels a lot of guilt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not gonna let that go.
But okay, let me tell you all this. He right now, he cannot walk no more.
In a wheelchair.
He's in a wheelchair. Yes, he is in a wheelchair. After that happened, they said it was a year after that happened.
After that happened,
A year after that happened is when that happened to him. He went
exactly to the day or what?
Exactly to the day.
Wait, really?
A year after that happened, exactly
that is crazy, yeah.
to the day. And their grandma, from the mom's side, they all believe in witchcraft. They say
I said, what did you say next?
I had a feeling that was coming.
Yes. Okay, I left this part out, and this is a big part.
What did they say it's from?
Well, look, check it out.
Who is that, right?
Out of nowhere, he fell down a flight of stairs. So they have a grandma, which I shouldn't say this, but they have a grandma who supposedly does witchcraft.
Why are you doing air quotations?
Because
Everybody just said it was, right?
it's crazy because to me it was like, what? When she told me that, I was like, fuck, witchcraft. I was like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But she told me that he was in Mexico and he fell down a flight of stairs. Well, when they talked to the grandma who does witchcraft, the grandma said it was because someone wished it upon him. Another witch had did that upon him, and that made him crippled.
That was crazy. It was a really good story.
That was sad, man. We were all fucking feeling it, and it's like.
I'm still pushing the pictures. A buddy of mine just sent one the other day. I couldn't make heads and tails of it, but he did say there was a gargoyle in there, and I couldn't tell.
Oh, man,
because my phone sucks, man. I gotta ask him for it again because
we got another one from Mike too.
Okay.
Brother Mike.
Awesome
one, which we should hopefully we'll have that story on the next episode too.
Yeah.
He's gonna get that to us. So.
And I swear to you guys, I will have sobering thoughts next time.
whatever.
I've been trying to do it. It will be ready. It will be ready next
getting
time.
awfully drunk over here.
Yeah, we're like, what are the sobering thoughts, man?
It's okay.
I gotta drive home. I gotta hear Ian before I leave, man.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It's been really hectic lately, but we'll get there. I'm gonna get there.
For sure. Also, but that's what we're pushing was the pics. We're pushing for sure more stories and
Stories in general, yeah.
yeah.
Number, Rob?
The number, if you do call, is gonna be the number is 210-901-8666. Remember, folks, that's a 3-minute call, and if you do call on the first one, just let us know if it ends before you're done saying your story. Just call back and tell us it's part 2 of whatever story you were telling us.
Y'all know the drill.
Yeah, y'all should by now, man. And if y'all are too shy, Dave, what is that?
Just email us at Rigor Mortis Paranormal. That's RIGORMORTIS Paranormal @gmail.com. And you can either just email it to us, or you can visit our website at www.rigormortisparanormal.com and go to the Submit a Story section, and you can just submit the story there. But whichever way you do it, please get us something. We'd love to have your stories and share them on our podcast. And we promise we won't make fun of you too much, at least. But
we make fun of everybody.
but it's only to keep the things on the light side, because
we love y'all.
Exactly.
Don't worry, we make fun of ourselves the most.
Yeah, there you go.
So that does not have to be just ghost stuff. I want a Bigfoot story, guys. A mummy story. I want it, please.
Yeah,
if anybody
What
has
if somebody's
something.
like-
Creature of the black lagoon, or something. I couldn't even say. I bet I could have.
I don't care.
I could have ordered right at a fucking drive-through, right? Man, that would have been tip top. I'll have a carne asada with cheese and. But man, I couldn't say. A creature from the black lagoon. I'm sorry, go ahead, Fabio.
Yeah.
But you're right, though, man. We need to get him in there.
Even
It doesn't have to be
extraterrestrial.
ghost.
Yeah, UFO.
Extraterrestrial.
Oh, that'd be
Anything.
awesome. Yeah.
Cryptozoology.
If somebody
whatever.
sends in a Loch Ness monster story, I'm gonna lose it, guys.
Those
I want
pictures,
one.
man, yeah.
We'll make that into a whole episode by itself, man.
Yeah,
We get that.
man.
Also, Patreon, man. Your donations have helped us get a new laptop here.
Look at that, yeah.
No, actually, Rob just bought one, but
I could use that other one. That one.
With the $4 a month.
$4 a month, does that?
But it could help.
It's a leapfrog.
It could help, yeah. But again, if you could, yeah, we'd love to have whatever. If you can donate $1, that'd be great. Just to help us, keep drinking and maybe get some new equipment.
Eventually, somehow.
Eventually, but at least we can afford beer a little bit, more. But thanks again for listening to the show and being part of the show too, and for your donations, everybody that is donating through Patreon.
Y'all and y'all's money.
Yeah. Listen to us on all kinds of different channels. You got YouTube,
Twitter,
Follow our
iHeart.
Facebook.
Instagram, Freakflex.
Stitcher, you name it, we're there, man.
Show us some love, please.
But anyhow,
And
thanks
share us
again.
around. Share us.
Share us too. Yeah.
Please, if you like us, share us.
Facebook. Just like
Turn
Baby
ups.
Cash is saying here. He's saying, listen. Thanks again, and have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Jake, where are you? Come say bye.
The reason is my underwear are like 7 years old.
Stop talking about your underwear.
And, like,